Welcome everybody to another daily vlog, a vlog that happens sometimes in the morning without coffee, from the great state, the Lone Star State, the great state of Texas. What better place to spend the night? Wake up to, there's definitely better places. Texas is actually not my favorite state, but I do love their emblem. It's pretty amazing. Look at the size of this star. Actually, why is my phone vibrating? Why are you vibrating, phone? I don't know. But I just stopped in here basically to spend the night. They don't have no coffee, so I have to get me some Mountain Dew, some sort of liquid refreshment. Welcome center. Look at the size of this. It looks like a gigantic, amazing wall, but if you look over the wall, you get this awesome star down here. It's Texas, where the men are men and the sheep are, well, you know. This is kind of interesting, even though I don't understand it. The 1931 Free Bridge controversy, which, if you look down there, you'll see a bridge crossing the Red River. On the other side of that bridge is the state of Oklahoma, and on this side of the bridge is the state of Texas. So in the late 1920s, the legislation to build this bridge spanning the Red River between Oklahoma and Texas, I guess there was some financial dispute or something. And for 12 hours, it looks like traffic flowed freely across the bridge into Oklahoma, but the people coming back from Oklahoma back into Texas, I guess there was, the Texas Rangers guarded it and would not let people cross until there was some sort of agreement. Odd. That's what I'm taking away from this. You guys can Google it and do your own research, because that's kind of complicated. But here is a monument dedicated to that controversy. States feuding with each other. So petty. So petty. This is definitely a beautiful rest area. Lots and lots of greenness. Green goodness. And lots of little hidden, awesome walking trails. Oh, a hummingbird just flew off of these flowers. I don't think you guys seen it. It was suckling on that flower right there. About 170 miles away from where I need to be. I'm not gonna take you guys inside the building because I'm pretty sure it's closed up by now. And like I said, I'm about 170 miles away and I got 2 hours and 15 minutes to get there. Kind of hoping I can make it on time. So look at these flags. The flags of Texas. Oh, and Mexico. Done pretty good. I haven't had a soft drink or really too much any sugar in about 2 weeks. I mostly drink some Fiji water. I get about 2 or 3 of these a day. These are the big ones, the big monster ones. But for some reason, this morning, I couldn't get my coffee and I needed that caffeine punch. And I broke down and got some sugar. Bad Rick. Bad Rick. Well, I am done with my load today. But I wanted to show you guys something. Just down the street is where I unloaded. But right now, I'm at a pretty famous location. Back in the early 70s, there was a series of murders that took place here in Texas. And the people that were creating the murders or doing the killings on these back roads were actually using the human body parts to make chili. Yeah, chili! And at the very moment, I am standing directly in front of their homestead. Check this out. Property is pretty much well protected by barbed wire. Still to this day, would you look at that amazing place. It looks pretty familiar. It kind of looks like Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses house, where Captain Spaulding and Baby and everybody were in. I mean, look at that place. Isn't that freaking amazing? Right here on a back road in Texas. Come for me, baby. It's a pretty amazing place back there. I've seen it in the past. I think they do like annual Halloween events within that establishment, but I'm never here at the proper time of the year because I'm in Florida at Halloween Horror Nights, and that's the premier Halloween event. Wow, I had to kick the AC on high when I got back in my truck. It is burning up. I did ride my Segway down that road. What was kind of weird and what you guys didn't see is, yeah, that's a Halloween attraction. Every year they do some pretty cool Halloween stuff there. Like I said, I've never been able to hit that place. I always wanted to. Texas itself, pretty much all the major cities and even some of the small country towns in Texas have some pretty amazing Halloween stuff. They really kick it up. I've never been able to get into them because normally when you're passing by, for those of you that live in Texas, you know what I'm talking about. In Georgia too, there's a place in Atlanta. Well, there'll be like 1 million cars every night, and since I have such a large vehicle, I can't stop. I just can't stop. This one here, I would be able to, and because there is a truck stop just down the street, and I could ride my Segway down to that house. But it just seems like lately I don't come here as much as I used to. Kind of sucks. News is I'm almost done with this water and I could open another one. More good news, I'm on my way back to Florida, heading to Miami. So that's going to be pretty good. I'm picking up now at Daisy. I think it's sour cream. Doesn't Daisy make sour cream? Let me turn that down. You're probably getting like a bunch of wind noise in the microphone, and I'm not even outside. But I'm picking up Daisy. I believe it's sour cream going down to Miami, and which is good because that's going to put me through states that I haven't been in a while, like Louisiana. The other states I've been on, I've been in Alabama and Mississippi, just not the southern route, not down by the Gulf of Mexico. And I miss going through Louisiana. It's not the greatest state, definitely not, but it is some of the greatest food in the nation. Well, I'm back on the road, and I figured, what the heck? I'll set this over here. Oh, shut the door. It's probably noisy. In Georgia and everywhere else, I usually stop and get barbecue and stuff like that. When I'm in Texas, I normally get Mexican food because it's really, really good here. But sometimes you just got to go for the Southern barbecue Texas style. So I'm going to check out, I got me a barbecued pulled pork sandwich. Looking pretty tasty, I think. I'm going to chow on this, go get some fuel down the road about 10 miles, and then I'm going to take you guys into Louisiana to end today's vlog. This is calling my name. It's calling my name. Favorite things about getting food at places like this is you get the chance to snag a bunch of good forks, not these little cheap white, not good ones. You get the chance to get some decent plasticware, and you can just kind of fill your box up with that. Saves a little bit of cash out here on the road. Now for the mega unveil. Let's see what they give me. I got a pulled pork sandwich. Not that big. I can't take it apart because they put a lot of barbecue sauce on there. And a lot of butter, which I like butter. Got some mac and cheese and corn. It's going to go for the baked beans. I'm going to hold off on that until I get back to Georgia. I'm not a big fan of Texas baked beans. Well, my food is done. Now it's once again time to feed the beast. Come on, you. Done. This part, I mean, I need to run back in and get a receipt. And so I don't need to stop again. Get rid of about 32 ounces of Used sweet tea. Yeah, it's used. Finally, hot one today. It's hot. It's hot. Definitely too hot. Am I gonna rise? Rise, seat. Rise. I love my air seats. Didn't get me high enough though. Definitely hot enough to where I should not be wearing a hoodie. 108 degrees. That's too hot for hoodies, right? I think so. Definitely time to head on down the road. Next stop, Louisiana. Thank you, Texas. It's been fun. Oh, tired, man. Tired. Before I get on the road, I just got feeling scaled out over there. You guys seen that? But I was getting ready to get on the road, and I have a bad habit of when things pop into my head that I want to talk about, like focusing, sometimes I forget like 5 minutes later. I'm very Dory-like, and I better jump to it before I forget what I wanted to bring up. For some reason, you know, when I'm driving on the road, I just got all day, especially on days like today or yesterday when there wasn't much to do. Yesterday was okay, but there's been days where nothing to record, and I'm just driving down the road and my mind just starts twirling and twirling. And something popped into my head about 3 days ago that I wanted to bring up, and I totally forgot to bring it up. So I'm going to bring it up now. For about the last week, I've probably talked on the telephone, I'm going to guess over 200 hours. I have not spoken on a telephone for over 200 hours in years. I don't even think I've spent 200 hours on a telephone my entire life, let alone in a 1 week period. And it's been pretty cool. So the other person I talk to all the time. But it got me thinking, right? Telephone. The word telephone. Where did it come from? I know where the word, I don't know where the word came from, but I know where the telephone came from. But if you break down the word telly and phone, I'm guessing telly, this is the stuff I think about when I drive. Telly probably meant telegraph. And phone, isn't a phone like one of those curled up little things that you put on your ear so you can talk? Isn't that considered a phone? I don't know. And then I was thinking to myself, how much longer do you think telephones are going to exist? Because we started with the telegraph, then we went to the telephone, then we went to the rotary dial phone, which, is that considered a phone? Because if a phone is actually a horn, and the modern phones from in the 60s and 70s actually had magnets and speakers and stuff, is that a telephone? Do I think too much about this crazy stuff? I don't know. Yeah, but how much longer until people aren't even going to know what a telephone is? Because a cell phone isn't really, that's not a telephone. That's like a pocket computer that can make phone calls. But how much longer until we find other ways of communicating? And things like this, like your home dial-up, are a thing of the past. I don't know. Don't know. My mind wanders sometimes. Stupid questions for a stupid person. Definitely know when you're getting close to Louisiana, just because the roads become awful. I was thinking about going into that Louisiana Tourist Information Center. There's really not much in there. Not much at all. But I will try and show you guys some cool stuff. At least before the sun goes down. And how come Google did not say, welcome to Louisiana? It normally does that. Well, I have to get out. I drove illegal for 2 minutes. I was worried. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to find a place to park and have to drive like 30 minutes illegal like I did yesterday. It would have kind of sucked. It would not have been good. But I found a place. I was going to stop by the Bonnie and Clyde ambush site, but I still don't know if I can get my truck down there where the police surrounded them and shot up their car. I still need to do a little bit more research on that. But I did find a nice little Louisiana rest area. You don't know what the state of Louisiana looks like? It's right there. That's what Louisiana looks like. Well, it's a lot more swampy than that. You can tell by looking directly across the street. Ooh, it's backlit. This one's backlit. Look at this. But it looks awesome at night. Not too much going on today. Just wanted to get out of Texas ASAP, and I did that. And I'm getting ready. Ooh, look at this. This looks awesome when it rains. But I just wanted to get out and start heading back to Florida as soon as possible. Look at this. Pretty cool on one of these 4 o'clock afternoon thunder boomers, just flowing with water. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Keep this one a short one today as I park for the night, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off early in the morning and head across the rest of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and into Florida. So I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I love you all. Peace out, everybody.